Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my little garden. Gardening always brings peace to my heart. But beyond that calm, it also gives something deeper, nourishment and care for my family. From tiny seeds, I grow plants that later become food on our table. In this video, you'll see how I plant, harvest, and cook using what my garden gives. Living green and aiming for self-sufficiency, that's the path I choose for my life. This is Japanese gourd, known internationally as Cyclantherapy. I planted it in a plastic bucket about 2 months ago. And now, it's already bearing its first fruits. This is my very first time growing this plant. It's quite similar to the gourd family. Once you understand how to care for it, it grows easily. Today, I'll harvest some fruits and cook a meal from them. Do you have this kind of plant where you live? Japanese gourd is not only delicious, but also very healthy. It's rich in fiber, vitamins, and helps support digestion. Many people say it can help reduce cholesterol and keep the body cool in hot weather. That's why I really enjoy growing it in my summer garden. These are the pots where I grew corn plants. You might have seen them in my previous video. Today, it's time to refresh the soil and get ready for a new season. For me, seasonal gardening is very important. It helps me understand which plants grow best in each time of the year. When we plant at the right season, the plants are stronger and give better harvests. After every harvest, the first thing I do is to take care of the soil. I empty all the buckets and mix the soil well to make it loose and airy again. Good soil means healthy roots, and healthy roots bring strong plants. Depending on the condition of the soil, I add organic fertilizers such as dried cow manure or composted chicken manure. These natural nutrients help the next generation of plants grow well and stay healthy. It's like giving new life to the garden. Every season starts with good soil. To treat fungi and bacteria in the soil, I use agricultural lime powder. It's a simple but very effective method, commonly used in farming. Lime helps balance the soil's pH, reducing acidity and creating a better environment for roots. It also improves soil structure and helps nutrients stay available for plants. After mixing the soil with lime powder, I fill it back into small pots. Then I let the soil rest for about 10 days before planting new seeds. This short break allows the soil to recover and become ready for new life. These are the seeds I soaked 3 days ago. Now, they've started to grow tiny white roots. Preparing seeds is simple, but very important. I usually soak them in warm water for about 30 minutes. Then I wrap them in a soft cloth or paper to keep them moist. Finally, I leave them in a cool, airy place until the roots appear. These are the soil buckets I prepared more than a week ago. Now, I just loosen the top layer of soil to make it soft and airy. That's where I'll gently place the tiny seeds. If you've been following my videos, you may notice something familiar. Most of my seasonal plants are started from seeds. It's a simple, effective, and truly economical way to grow a garden. Watching life begin from a small seed is always a beautiful feeling. After placing the seeds into the pots, I cover them with a thin layer of soft soil. This helps keep the moisture inside and protects the tiny seeds. It also keeps little birds from picking them away. A small step, but it makes a big difference in how well seeds sprout. They've started to show tiny white roots. That's always a beautiful moment in the garden. For melons, I usually germinate them in small cups like these. It helps me observe their early growth and take care of them more easily. When the seedlings reach about 10 centimeters tall, I move them to larger pots. That way, their roots can spread freely and grow stronger. Stay with me to see how these little melon sprouts grow day by day. It's almost lunchtime, so I head to the chicken coop to see if there are any fresh eggs today. These hens usually give me about 4 to 6 eggs a day. Their food mostly comes from the garden, fresh greens, leftover rice, and a few seeds. I love knowing that the eggs we eat come from happy, healthy hens raised right here at home. That's why they always taste so rich and fresh. Have you seen the video where I share what I usually feed my chickens? Even though my home garden is small, there are always some bright red chilies ready to pick. They add a bold, spicy kick that makes every meal more flavorful. If you love spicy food, you know how hard it is to eat without a bit of chili. Whenever I cook a stir fry, I can't go without green onions. I really enjoy growing them, and they've become one of the plants that stay in my garden all year round. Every day I harvest just a few for our meals, enough to keep them fresh and full of flavor. And somehow, my garden never runs out of green onions. After walking around the garden for a while, I've gathered everything I need for today's meal, all fresh from my own backyard. It feels wonderful not having to go to the market so often. Today's dish will be stir-fried Japanese gourd with fresh eggs. I'll add some green onions and chili for extra flavor, simple but full of taste and color. Cooking with what I grow makes every meal feel special. It's not just about food, it's about gratitude and connection to the garden. You should try this dish too. I believe you'll love it as much as I do. Now, let's see how I make it. Working in the garden is more than just growing plants. It's a gentle form of daily exercise for both the body and the mind. The quiet moments spent here bring a sense of peace that modern life often forgets. Every harvest from my garden is clean, organic, and full of life. Cooking meals with ingredients I've grown myself is such a joyful experience. Would you like to live this simple, peaceful life too? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.